like to invite Kayaacademy, Narmada ji, on board. I'll just give a brief introduction, about Narmada. Just a second. And we would need her to connect Naveen, Dr. Naveen. She wants to share a video or something, she wants a screen share. So if we can allow her in.
She can share.
Yeah. Okay. So Narmada is Narmada ji is also had been contributing a lot towards her. She was also helping Yogesh ji with his Shishu Mandir earlier, with the kids. But now she is running an organization called Kayaacademy, like a Kaya Yoga Academy, and she is a BA in psychology and MA training in educational leadership, and MA in yoga for human excellence, graduate diploma in hotel management and catering technology. So she's an author, global speaker, and top educator of energy economics and founder of Kayaacademy. As an educator over the past 21 years, she has educated over 10,000 students from 18 different countries. As a spiritual and self-development educator, I have helped thousands, she has helped thousands of people, from kids to seniors, to move from helplessness and despair to gaining confidence on their health, well-being, and life through self-knowledge and emotional mastery. So I would hand it over now to Narmada ji. Please proceed. Thank you. Thank you for accepting the invite today.
Namaste and Vanakkam to everyone, to the honorable guest and all the esteemed participants and audience of this beautiful occasion of 75th Indian Independence celebration that we're doing. I want to thank Dr. Vanita ji and GHARS Association for inviting Kayaacademy to be part of today's celebration of remembering our culture, and also to remember the history of the struggle of our independence as well. So I just want to share a little bit of why Kayaacademy and what we do at Kayaacademy before I bring the kids on. I've been a lecturer for many years here in Melbourne. I've taught across in India, Singapore, and here. And I was personally a spiritual seeker for my own development, and also to overcome certain issues that I've faced in life through childhood, growing up, and so on. So spiritual growth and exploring and trying to understand who I am was a big part of my growing years. But for work's sake, I was doing teaching. I was working as a teacher and a lecturer. And until about 11, 12 years back, when I went back to India, I've been here for 20 years. I went back to India when I had my twins, and I decided to stay there till they were 1 year old. But I started learning yoga as formally by enrolling into the master's program there. That kind of changed my life and transformed so much of my, answered a lot of my questions. So I ended up staying in India for 7 years to fully explore into this science, understanding it from a science perspective as well. Having come from a psychology background, I really wanted to understand it in depth. So I traveled across India to, basically it was a sabbatical for our own self-discovery as a family. And we stayed for 6.5 years. Once we traveled and learned, and I was teaching also there. When I was learning, I started teaching as well to understand it better. So when I came back, I didn't want to go back to lecturing. I wanted to use my teaching experience to teach what is really important. Because what I understood is learning inner work, learning yoga and the yoga philosophy would actually be the first education that we all need, that the world needs, our children in the future need. when we are focusing, the schools focus on all the other subjects, but inner work is the missing piece, because of which we get lost after having studied so many degrees or whatever we do. End of the day, if we are staying at a question mark, it's because one missing piece of inner work is missing in our education. So I'm really passionate about that. And so I decided to do something from my own part. There's so many wonderful people doing work in this line. I wanted to do my bit. And so I decided to dedicate my career into teaching this sacred knowledge, this sacred service. So I started Kayaacademy and started teaching for seniors here, chair-based yoga at the council. Then I sent my kids to ashram in India, to Shivananda ashram, for about a month to stay there and learn yoga. And when they came back, I started teaching for their friends as well. So slowly but steadily, I was doing it more like with a passion to teach everyone. Then I wanted to make it a proper business as well, for me to build it as a career, so that I'm not doing it as a part-time thing. So I've been working through the 2020 lockdown to really convert this into something full-time for me. So right now I'm offering classes for women and for men, also having digital programs. So I'm fully immersed in this, and kids are a very big part of it. The lockdown, we spent the entire year, almost 6 to 7 months of lockdown, reading this entire Ramayana book. This entire book we completed reading with the kids. So they became really, it's not just not reading aloud. It was more like a critical analysis of Ramayana. We would have interesting conversation about what if this was not, what if Rama did this, what if Hanuman made this decision. And kids would come up with the most beautiful, creative answers that will blow my mind. So I thoroughly enjoyed doing this with them. So they really got onto it. They wanted me to go on and read Mahabharata and continue to keep reading Krishna Avatar and so on. But since I was doing other projects, I've stopped it there. But my children and all the other kids who were part of me have taken their own personal interest. Their parents are asking me what to buy. So they have bought the book. So the kids are on their own journey reading it. Even if I'm not reading it with them currently, they are on their own journey reading it. So it gives me a lot of pleasure that, in my own small way, I'm able to contribute this learning about our culture, who we are, because being rooted in who we are is very important to be a global citizen. That's what I believe very strongly. So today, because of COVID, and I can't have all my students, I got few of my students, although at short notice, they made a video and sent it to me. So I've just want to share it with you all. Just share my screen. Where do I play it? Okay, how do I play this video? No.
That one.
Namaste from Kayaacademy.
Can you hear this?
Happy
Yes,
Independence
we can.
Okay.
And I'm going to be doing a few asanas. Eagle pose. Triangle pose. Goddess pose. Now sitting poses, so twisting pose.
Matsyendrasana. Yes.
Camel pose. Frog pose.
Malasana.
Malasana. Wheel pose. Fish pose. Other version. And ball and Sarvangasana. And ball pose.
Shavasana. Excellent.
Vanakkam. I learned yoga for Darpan. Today I take yoga poses. First one I'm going to show you is chair pose. So legs together. Second, I'm going to show you is tree pose. Right side there. Left side. One second. Last thing I'm going to show you for today is our upward dog or cobra. And that's all.
This is tree pose. This is downward dog. This is Chakrasana. Namaste. This is Vikram Asif.
Bhujangasana. And this is Vajrasana. Thank you.
Namaste. Happy Independence Day from Kayaacademy Academy. I am Arya. I am going to do the warrior sequence. I'm switching legs. I'm doing Parivita Trikonasana now. Now I am doing camel pose. This is downward dog. This is pigeon pose. Now I am doing Sarvangasana with hand. Now I'm going to do it without hands. Thank you and happy Independence Day from Kayaacademy.
I hope you enjoyed that. Now, before we finish, we just want to have a quick chat about what the because reading Indian epic stories and mythology has been a big part of our teaching in line with the yama and niyama aspect of yoga, because it's all about character building, and character building comes through listening to our stories from our culture as well as from other cultures. But reading the epics from India and mythology has been a big part. So I want to ask the kids a question. Now, do you want to introduce yourself? Introduce it. What's your name?
I'm Ari.
Okay, so Arya, why do you enjoy Indian epics?
Because they give an interesting story and also adds to know what I know about my culture and adds to the knowledge.
As your knowledge
Of me knowing my culture.
Okay, so what's your favorite epic stories?
I like the folk tales because they
Epic, out of the epics was the first question. So what is your favorite epic? Ramayana, Mahabharata?
I kind of like Mahabharata better because there's a tiny bit more action. In Ramayana, they described it a lot, and I don't really like that. I just wanted to get to the story, and it had a lot more characters, so I know more personalities.
Okay, so
and it listed lots of places in India.
So you got to learn a lot about the geography of India, yes? Anything else you learned from Mahabharata or Ramayana you want to share?
I learned more God's names and like a bit more of a story of a specific God. Like Krishna, I didn't know much, but they mentioned him a lot in the book. So I knew more of what he did in his life.
Okay.
And it also listed how he got killed as well.
Okay. So what would you say for people who want to read epic stories? How would you inspire them to read?
I would.
Why should they read?
Because it's an interesting story, and if they just want to read like an entertaining story, it's also entertaining for them. And if they're in the same culture, they also know more about their culture. If they're from another culture, know about another culture.
Awesome. Thank you, Arya. And Ovia, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ovia.
And Ovia, do you want to tell me what is your favorite epic? Speak up.
Mahabharata.
Mahabharata?
Not Mahabharata. Ramayana.
Okay, so who's your favorite characters in Ramayana and why?
Rama, because he's very loyal, and I like his personality because he's very kind and humble. Lakshmana, because for almost the same reasons, humble, kind, and he was very loyal to his brother and went with him to the exile to the forest. Sita, because she's very brave and also loyal to Rama because she also went with him. And she's also very hopeful because she was very hopeful that Rama would come and save her when she got abducted by Ravana. And
Any
Hanuman.
other characters?
Yeah,
Hanuman. Why?
Because I like his personality and his like how he talks. His persuasive speech.
Persuasive speech, okay.
And like how he helped Rama. Yeah.
Any other characters you want to mention? You dressed up as a character.
Tara.
Tara.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Tara?
Tara because she's very intelligent. And she's very knowledgeable and like she has a lot. She's very good at giving advice to people.
Who does she advise mostly?
The
Vanara king?
I forgot his name.
Sugriva? Okay.
And yeah.
So what would you tell other kids or people who want to read Ramayana? What would you inspire them to do? How would you inspire someone else to read Ramayana?
It's very entertaining and has lots of great word choice and values. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Ovia. The kids were not prepared for any of this. I just asked them the question because I wanted to get their original answer. So that's why they were kind of like stuck. I'm really like, these are things that comes from their heart. And that's what is really lights my bulb for taking that time to read the stories to them. Now they read on their own. Apart from that, Amar Chitra Katha is a big source that that we have, like 100 Amar Chitra Kathas of histories, historical characters as well as freedom fighters. So the kids really enjoy the folk tales and as well as the leaders. So that's a big part of what we do at Kayaacademy as well, apart from asanas and teaching adults and seniors. So really thank you for this opportunity for letting us share what we do to GHARS again and Panita ji. And I really enjoyed the beautiful music, poetry, and the inspiring speeches from all the guests today. So thank you so much.
You are most welcome, Narmada ji. We are actually so happy, and the kids' performance, it was amazing, incredible, like a work that you are offering in the community by building up the future generation and propagating and instilling the values and our culture into tomorrow's future. And they are our future. We need them to be knowing, and because that's how it's going to propagate. Like we have done our part, like our ancestry who have made lots of sacrifices, and it's such an honor to see, like you know, the future generation getting instilled those values like that they're getting from all these, like reading of the scriptures and Ramayana, Mahabharata. And you are just amazing and wonderful what you are doing in the community, and we were so honored like to have you today as part of our celebration. It was a true celebration, because yoga is like the union of body, mind, and soul, and it's truly amazing, like to propagate yoga into the kids, like because they when they grow up, they are going to realize the value of what's getting instilled in them now. So thank you so much, and I'm so pleased. Like hope Svetlana got her volume back. Like Svetlana, I would like to give you an opportunity again, if you can talk like now, so that would be great. Thank you. Thank you, Narmadaji. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.